Psychology of high-priced buyers. How we use meta ads to get new audiences to spend $300, $450, $650 or more with a fashion brand they've never seen before and be profitable on the first order. I'm Brandon, one of the founders of Digiceptual, and we specialize in scaling fashion brands by getting them new customers profitably from meta ads, and we've been doing this for over 6 years now. The majority of fashion brands we help scale are high-priced fashion brands like Alex of Bohemia, Nonchalant Label, Russia, Misha and Puff, Descendant of Thieves, RSVP Paris, and many more. Plus, over 21 fashion brand founders like you made video testimonials about the results we get them. You can see this in the video, the link in bio on Instagram if you're watching this on Instagram, or the video description if you're on YouTube. So it's safe to say what we do works and that we know a thing or two about the subject. And what we do to get results goes against almost everything that's popular or that you should do, because fundamentally, the kind of buyer that spends $300 to $650 or more is completely different to the kind of buyer that spends $20 to $80, which is why it takes a completely different approach / mindset. So first, here's what we go against and don't do, starting with the one most people probably have told you to do: discounting. Maybe you've had people run your ads before and they say things like, we need to run discounts because your prices are too high, so you're not reaching the right customers. Or your products are too expensive, you need cheaper products. Or you need to increase first purchase discounts. What that clearly means is that that person or team has no idea how to, one, target the right people, and two, attract them to buy. So they need to use discounts as a crutch. We don't use discounts at all because these kinds of buyers have plenty of disposable income already. So running discounts is actually a weak selling point for them. These buyers are not looking for the best deal or the cheapest deal. They're looking for something that appeals to them and fits their aesthetic. There were many cases when we started working with high-priced fashion brands that our ads with no discounts actually performed better than previous discount ads from the person or team before us. Now, the other popular thing that we go against and don't use is UGC. Chances are people are screaming in your ear that you need to use UGC, quote unquote. Now, does UGC work? Yes. But does it work to get high-priced buyers with meta ads at the top of funnel? No. High-priced buyers do not need to see another unboxing video, and they don't need to know about the 5 reasons why you should buy these pants from a clearly paid actor or actress. They are turned off by this style of content. How come? Because high-priced buyers do not like to be sold to. These people have disposable income, which means they are coming from a place of choice. And since they are coming from a place of choice, they want to feel like they're choosing to buy something. They don't want to feel like they're being sold something. It's a subtle but big difference. UGC ads gives them the feeling that they're being sold something, which is why it does not convert high-priced buyers at the top of funnel. It also ties into why we don't use discounts in our ads. Using discounts makes them feel like they're being sold a deal. Discounting and UGC may work for other D2C or CPG brands, but not for high-priced fashion brands. So the question is, what actually works? So, since high-priced buyers like to buy and not be sold to, the creatives that actually get them to click, shop, and then buy are actually very simple and direct. Here's a client example. Starting from the caption, it's literally just 2 short sentences and nothing else. I blurred out the second one, but you get the gist of it. So here's the first sentence. It's literally 3 words. Elevate your look. That's it. Well, it's more like a statement. Or a statement's slash sentence. There's no Shakespearean paragraphs trying to convince them why they should buy or what makes the brand different or even the story of the brand. There's no ninja ad copy hooks that grabs attention. There's no call to action spam like buy now, !! all caps. Now onto the creative. In this example, it's just a still image, right? The creative is literally a play background with the model wearing the clothes this brand sells. There are no short text overlays explaining what the materials are or what the benefits are if you wear it. There's no brand name in the center. There's no before and after comparison. This ad has literally nothing besides a short caption, the model, and the clothes she's wearing. Now, to most people, they say this will never work because it's not UGC, there's no hooks, there's no pattern interrupt, yada yada. Maybe you've had these kind of arguments before. But from scaling ads for high price point fashion brands for over 6 years, this is actually one of the best types of creatives that gets to customers profitably and that scales for a long time. So if you also have this hypothesis about creatives, rest assured that you are right. And the reason why such simple and direct creatives work is because there's nothing salesy about it. It's not in their face trying to push them to do something. It is like pulling them to do something. The vibe here is, here's the brand and here's our aesthetic. Do you want this? If they do, they will naturally click and go buy. If they don't, they will not. That is a split decision that happens in these buyers' heads. They want to feel like they chose to click, shop, and buy from your brand. It's why carousel or catalog ads, as I show multiple images in an ad, work so well because they give the feeling of choice. This is the same psychology we use when directing where new audiences will go after they click. Because notice how I always say click, shop, and buy, not just click and then buy earlier on. And there's a very important reason for this. Again, logically, it may sound like it makes sense to direct new audiences straight to the product page because you want them to buy, right? You don't want to waste clicks and decrease the chances of people buying, so the most efficient way is obviously straight to the product page. However, when it comes to high-priced buyers, one of the worst and therefore lowest converting page you can send new audiences to from ads is to the product page. Because the same psychology applies here. By immediately sending high-priced buyers straight to the product page, they feel like they're being forced to buy. And when they feel that way, they immediately bounce out of the page. Instead, the two best and therefore highest converting pages you can send new audiences to are either the homepage or the bestseller/new collection page, right? For example, here's an ad example from ours. Main destination website, straight to the homepage. Right. This is exactly what we do for high-priced fashion brands. They work because new audiences don't feel like they're being forced to buy something. On the homepage, they have the freedom, aka choice, to shop around as they please and then buy something. On the bestseller/new collections page, they have the freedom to scroll and see what else the brand is selling, and then choose to buy whatever they want. But what if the ad shows product A, but they end up buying product C? That does happen. But as long as their first purchase yields a profitable ROI, so profitable on the first order, then it's fine. This creative and landing page approach is the complete opposite of best practices, quote unquote, that most people say you should do, but that's exactly why it works. We aren't selling to the masses, we're selling to a specific group of people. And this specific group of people have a different psychology and way of buying compared to the masses, which means the approach we use must differ from what works for the masses. That is how we're able to get high-priced fashion brands results for over 6 years, while most fail to do so. Now, as always, we make our content actionable for you so they can use it and get results. But if you're interested in us delivering results for you instead, so you just skip the learning curve, I recommend checking out our other case studies, content, testimonials, so you can do your due diligence first. Then, when you feel this is seriously something you want to do, then just book a call with us with the booking link in the video description if you're on YouTube or the link in bio on Instagram.